Michael Reed had been raising chickens for over 10 years on his small Tennessee farm. He lived a quiet life, just him, his animals, and the land. Every morning he woke up early to feed his flock, collect eggs, and check the coop. Life followed, a simple routine, and the chickens always behaved the same, until one strange evening in early autumn, as the sun began to set. Michael walked toward the coop with a bucket of feed in one hand and a lantern in the other, but something didn't feel right. The chickens weren't inside. They were standing outside the coop, huddled together, silent and still. Some were pecking nervously at the ground, others just stared at the door. When Michael opened the coop and sprinkled fresh feed inside, not a single one entered. Normally, they'd rush in the moment they heard the sound, but this time, nothing. Huh? Maybe they're just spooked, he muttered, glancing around for signs of a raccoon or stray dog. He saw nothing. That night, instead of roosting in their coop like they always did, the chickens settled near the old apple tree. Michael stood there for a while, confused, then went back inside his house. But the next night, they did the same thing, and the next. Days passed. The coop remained untouched. Michael even found feathers near the fence signs. The chickens were being attacked at night, while sleeping outside. That's when the worries set in. "What's going on with you guys?" he asked one afternoon, standing in the yard. The chickens clucked nervously, keeping their distance from the coop. Michael cleaned the coop again, replaced the bedding, added new straw, even installed a solar-powered nightlight inside. Still, they wouldn't go in. By the end of the second week, it wasn't just odd, it was dangerous. The weather was changing. Cold nights were coming. If predators didn't get them, the frost might. That evening, as the wind picked up and leaves danced across the ground, Michael stood by the coop, feeling completely helpless. That's when he remembered Olivia Jenkins, his old friend from high school. She'd studied animal behavior and worked with wildlife around the county. The next morning, he called her. "Olivia, I've got a problem," he said, "and I think it's bigger than just a scared chicken."
Olivia arrived that afternoon in a dusty blue truck, boots on her feet and a notebook in hand. "Tell me everything," she said, stepping out and shaking Michael's hand. He walked her through the whole timeline, from the first night the chickens refused to go in, to the failed fixes, and the feather piles near the fence. They stood quietly as the chickens moved around the yard. But none of them went near the coop. "I've seen this before," Olivia said slowly. "Not exactly this, but when animals start behaving like this, it usually means one thing: they're sensing danger inside." Michael raised an eyebrow. "Danger? Inside the coop? I've checked it a dozen times. There's nothing there." "Not everything shows itself during the day," she replied. "And chickens have better instincts than we give them credit for." As dusk settled, Olivia knelt beside the coop. She didn't enter, just watched. One hen walked halfway toward the door, stopped suddenly, then backed away. "See that?" Olivia pointed. "Something's definitely wrong in there." Michael felt a chill crawl up his spine. "You think it's a predator hiding inside?" "Could be. Or maybe something else." "You have a flashlight?" Michael nodded. "Inside." Together, they returned to the house, grabbed the flashlight, and returned to the coop. The air had grown colder now, and the chickens were once again gathering under the apple tree. Michael crouched at the small door. "Ready?" Olivia gave a nod. He clicked on the flashlight and ducked inside. The beam cut through the shadows. Dust floated in the air. Everything looked quiet. But the smell was strange, musty, damp, almost metallic. He checked the feeder. Nothing. He moved the water tray. Still nothing. Then he turned the flashlight toward the back corner, the nesting boxes. At first, it looked like a pile of straw. But then, something moved. A slow, silent movement, like something breathing. Michael leaned forward, squinting. And then it lifted its head. He froze. His flashlight shook. The thing staring back at him had dark, shiny eyes and a wide, flicking tongue. And behind it, more movement. Michael's heart dropped. He scrambled backwards, hitting his back against the coop wall and tumbling out the door. "Michael! What happened?" Olivia asked. His voice trembled. "Snakes. Big ones. Inside the nesting boxes."